So I've been in Canada for 5 years and I'm still adding new pieces to my winter closet. But before I share with you the newbies, I wanted to share a bit of my foundational fall to winter clothing pieces, what degrees you can wear them in, where you can get them, different price options, and yeah, a bit of tips on styling. So let's get into it. 5 years in Canada, and I'm still adding new winter pieces into my winter closet. But before we get into the newbies, I wanted to share with you a bit of my foundational pieces, what degrees and conditions I wear them in, and like different price points where you can also get them as well. So let's get into it. So what is considered cold? Cold weather is considered between like anything past 15 degrees and down. So 15 degrees to 0 degrees, and then 0 degrees downwards. Below 0 degrees is another extreme end of like winter cold energy. So yeah, anything above 15, it's kind of okay, maybe just a bit of the winter, but it's considered pretty good. So once we're getting into fall, that's when the weather is fluctuating, and we have a lot of like, you know, 15, 14, 10s going down. So the jacket that I really recommend for this is like a good fall jacket, everyday jacket. This can be good whether you're wearing light pieces under and then you just put it over. It's like perfect for that. It also works well for like the colder degrees, like if you're getting into 10s, 8, 6, 7. If you put a good layer underneath these types of jackets, then you're able to stay warm. So I have two types of it. I have this plaid looking pattern jacket. I really love it. I got it for a really good deal at Oakenforth. They were doing a sale and I got it like $60 or $70 of sorts, and so I would say like check out if these stores like these are having sales and get good ones. But I've seen people with really good trench coats like these from H&M and Zara, so those are also good. And then the other one is like this white one. I just got it this fall. It's from Blue Note. It has the same effect. It's the same level of thickness. There's like a little bit of like cotton in there, a little bit of layer, but it's not so thick that it will keep you throughout the winter years. But if you like layer good in your thermal wears, your sweaters or thick shirts, you'd be good up until like 10 degrees and stuff. Which brings me into my next set of coats. These are like thicker. They're just like really heavier. They're thicker. It can be the same cotton pattern or wool pattern, or it could also be like the polyester pattern with a bit of pad on the inside. But that's what they're for, the colder degrees up until 0. Once we're reaching 0, once we're reaching like 1, 2, it's time to bring out like the big guns. And my recommendation is like getting like a good puffer jacket that covers all the way down. For guys, you just need one that reaches like mid-thigh. For girls, it can be shorter, it can be longer, but especially when we're getting into like negative degrees, it's good to get as long as possible, and those that are really, really thick. So my recommendations for these, I personally have one from Aritzia. However, if you look at the price tag, like it has to be like a real investment. For 3 years, my first 3 years in Canada, all my winter coats were like thrifted. So I went to the thrift store, got some thick ones and would wear, or people would give me stuff. Later on, that's when my family decided to like invest in these ones. But if the price is too much, I would suggest thrifting. But another thing is going into certain stores. So if you're in Toronto, there's like a store I recommend to everyone. I've taken like everyone I know there to get good coats. It's called Designer Depot. and it's basically like designer wears that like are either out of season or something, and so they bring the prices down a lot. Just like a couple weeks ago, I just took some people there. They got amazing things for $100 or less, and it's really really thick. Like, if I think the Aritzia Super Puff jacket is like 90% at keeping me warm in winter, then I think the coats at Designer Depot are like 80%, 70%. So that's how really good they are. If you, and anywhere else there is, but I really recommend the ones from Designer Depot because they're like really thick, and you will see on the tags, like inside them, there will be like 10, they'll be like can sustain this amount of degrees. That's subjective, but one thing is sure: if you're able to get like really thick, you can feel the difference. So I would also suggest you go in and look into other stores and explore, and you can really feel the difference. Once you layer it, you will be good. But my Aritzia Super Puff, I've had it for like 1 year, so it has taken me through the winter for 1 year. If it's like lighter degrees, even in fall, sometimes I feel way too cold, I can't bother switching coats, so I will always take it out a bit earlier. If it's fall, I just need to wear something lighter inside and then have the puffer coat over. If it's really cold, then I layer up, but it has sustained me through like negatives, so I would totally like recommend like it or something like that. The key is to like look on the inside. The key is to look at the inside, like the paddings. You want to see that type of like insulation, that type of layering inside. It's longer and it's also versatile for any weather. If you're hot, you just remove it. But these are the key foundational pieces and items. Alongside that, you just have to remember to keep layering and buy thick materials. So aside from these, I've been seeing like a couple of pieces around, call it peer pressure, whatever, but I think it's really cute, and I love how a lot of my friends have paired it well. So the weather's not too bad, bordering around 5 to 10. Gonna go pick up the items I need. Okay, so I got my package and got a little snack, so can't wait to go unboxing it. Let's go. Let me give you the backstory. We're in class, and one of my friends who loves Old Navy announces that there's an Old Navy sale, so we literally scour it, and I checked the website. They had some really really good pieces for amazing deals, so I was like, why not? Let's get into it. So I added them. The first one is this white like puffer jacket without sleeves. Firstly, I wouldn't go for it, but I think it's good for like transition weather and stuff. If the weather is still fluctuating, it's good to have like, you can pair this well with like a long sleeve top and then put the jacket over it, and it'll be great. Or you can still put your puffer on colder days and then layer it with like the fall jacket, like the plaid one I talked about, or the white one. So ways that I thought I could like style it, so I got it. And you know, sometimes it's good to have those like not so serious pieces around. Next is this lovely brown, it's given leather. I think there was another like purple one, but I went for brown. Like, if you know my aesthetics during winter and stuff, you know it's like brown and bronze, so that's why I went for this one. And this is a bit thicker, but the thing is, like, it's really short. I think this is my first like short jacket that I own, because most times I just go for long ones. But I've gotten a few pieces of like good solid winter skirts, so I will be pairing them well with this one. So it's really cute, and this can handle into like the lesser degrees. It's really warm. Like, look at the material, look at the padding. That's what you should like consider and look for. And sometimes they might be deceiving. Sometimes it might be puffy, but it might not be really thick, so it's good to like try it on and check it out. For these ones, I was okay with like, you know, risking it, since they're not my core pieces, so keep that in mind. And then lastly, just for funsies, I got this because winter is pretty dreary, so I love like color pieces. That's why even like my main winter jacket is like green, so I wanted to get like this lavender piece. This one will definitely, this is not like to withstand any cold, this is just like a regular top, and if I'm wearing this during like cold season, I will for sure be layering with it. But it's like fleece, it's a bit thick, warm, so it's good for those fall transition weathers and stuff. So yeah, I'm quite excited to style these pieces and stuff. And I really hope like this video was helpful. I will be posting more videos on like a holistic winter gear guide to help you settle in. But until next time, never stop curating your best winter life. Okay? Bye.